So what's up? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to JA News.
It's up.
Salute to you for tuning in for today's show. Of course, we're talking upcoming releases. It looks like we got a little controversy surrounding a recent Travis Scott drop. Apparently fans were expecting just a little bit more, and we got a busy day full of Yeezy releases, probably the most hyped date of the month. And on top of all of the hype and excitement, Adidas decides to hit us with a surprise drop on top of everything. So stay tuned, guys. We got all that plus more, and it's coming right up next. So let's kick things off the right way. Do me a favor, make sure you guys smash the like button. So while everybody's out here stressing about these wave runners, on top of all of the excitement, Adidas decides to hit us with a surprise release. So they dropped the Foam Runner Stone Taupe, one of the releases that I was expecting to see hit the confirmed app this week, but apparently Adidas decided to drop them this morning via select retailers. So in terms of the colorway, you got like a light brown but kind of dark tan shade. If you already own a similar colorway, this release may have not been too exciting, but of course, in typical Foam Runner fashion, they sold out fast. So if you guys missed out on the drop, I know of one current active raffle. They are available via SNS. And if you're unfamiliar with this major retailer, you do actually have to download their app in order to enter the raffle, which does expire tonight at midnight. So it's your last chance to grab the latest colorway of the Foam Runner. And I'm hoping that maybe they hit us with a bigger drop via the confirmed app, because of course, you know, the Foam Runners are really popular. So while I'm recording this, Adidas just hit us with a Q drop for the Yeezy Quantum High Res Orange. Now, when it comes to the Quantums, I felt like most of the time, a lot of people aren't really checking for these, but then again, this High Res Orange colorway does hit different. So I entered the queue immediately. Essentially, you guys got to enter all of your information. If it's not already saved, you select your size, and then they let you know if you were selected. So I went ahead and entered in for my size 11, waited a short bit and got the results that I was not selected, but I could go ahead and enter back into the queue. So I jumped right back in, noticed that the size 10.5 as well as 11 sold out quickly. So I was kind of panicking, thinking about what I should do, and just decided to go ahead and enter for the 11.5 and waited to get my results, but unfortunately took a L on this drop. So while you guys are out here stressing about wave runners, I'm salty that I took a L on the Quantum. So apparently this was a super in-demand drop, but I think it was kind of a little bit of a combination that this may be a limited release and a little more in-demand colorway for the Quantum. So, which is why I felt like this release sold out fast, or I could be totally wrong and Adidas did make a whole bunch of these, but they were just that hot. So let me know how you guys did for the Quantum drop today. Apparently these sold out a lot quicker than people anticipated. And stay tuned, guys. We're going to be talking wave runners as well as the 950 boot. But first, a couple of quick sneaker updates. So while we're out here crashing the confirmed app, trying to buy up all these Yeezys, Adidas has just revealed their latest Bad Bunny collab. So we got the CL Response Boston Day, said to pay homage to the Boston Red Sox famous green monster wall that resides in Fenway Park. So these are releasing exclusively to Concepts Boston on the 18th for a retail of $160. And it's probably a good thing that they made this a limited drop, because if this pair would have hit the confirmed app, I'm just guessing that they probably would have been a flop. So I'm not a big fan of the CL Response, and I feel like if this wasn't a Bad Bunny collab, we probably wouldn't even be talking about these right now. And we got official images of the off-white Nike Air Force One Mid SP Varsity Maze. So historically, it seems like you guys really hate these off-white Nike Air Force One Mid. So does this yellow version kind of do anything for you? I feel like when it comes to this reimagining of this classic Nike model, these joints ain't bad, and I feel like, you know, with a little bit better color blocking, this Maze colorway would have been a little more appealing. I would have rather have went with a little more white on these with just some like kind of yellow accents, but it feels like when it comes to this release, you guys really just hate the spikes. So expect these to be coming soon to the sneakers app as well as the Off-White website. So don't really go too crazy for these. Expect these to sell out slowly. I feel like this is more of a release just for like the real Off-White fans. And we got a little controversy surrounding a recent Travis Scott release. So if you guys recall, a couple of weeks back, Travis Scott finessed his first week numbers by releasing a whole bunch of these album merch bundles. Now, one of the last minute bundles, he released a Air Force One Utopia edition, but we already knew just kind of looking at these that it was just like a lazy design. You pretty much got like a Utopia sketch on a regular Air Force One. So a cool way for fans to, you know, support their favorite artists, but it seems like a whole bunch of resellers like bought these up feeling like they could finesse Travis Scott fans, and it seemed like they were kind of disappointed when these started to arrive that you pretty much just like have an embossed Utopia stamp on a regular Air Force One, which normally retails at 110 bucks. Travis Scott was hitting us for $150 for these. So apparently you got a little $40 upcharge for the Utopia design, and you get the album as well. And just a cool, memorable way to remember this album's release. So it seems like resellers were super upset that these didn't even have their own unique SKU. You pretty much had the same SKU number as a standard Air Force One, and just again, you got that little Utopia sketch. So resellers were pissed, but let me ask you, if you're a real Travis fan and you grab these, what do you guys feel about this situation? And of course, lastly, everybody's waiting on this big Wave Runner release, which should be going down on the Confirmed app today. They haven't loaded up just yet, but it looks like they did actually drop in Europe already. So I'm definitely expecting them to drop today. Unfortunately though, for this European drop, it looks like they were released in very limited quantities. So things ain't looking too good for today's drop, but I'm hoping by the time that this video goes live, you know, we're spamming the comments with a whole bunch of W's. Once again, this is one of the most iconic Yeezys of all time, so this release is super popular, and we're still waiting to see kind of if this was a fresh batch of Wave Runners produced in 2022 or 2023, or these are just leftover pairs that were just sitting around in a warehouse. I'm hoping that they're new pairs, because if not, today's release may be very difficult to cop. So hopefully, you know, you guys have a lot of success on today's drop. Of course, I'll be sitting this go around out, you know, no need for me to hoard a whole bunch of Yeezys. I'll just go ahead and save an extra pair for one of you guys out there. So hopefully you guys are commenting a whole bunch of W's in the comments. And of course, we also have the 950 drop today, which the raffle should be going live here shortly. Now, when it comes to this boot, you know, there's a little controversy surrounding this price. You know, of course, the $600 price tag shouldn't be a surprise, you know, for this boot, as originally they retailed at 585 bucks, just to right around the same price. But it seems like with all of these Yeezy drops, people have been dropping a bag on releases already for August. So I feel like a lot of people may sit out this drop, but once again, you know, we'll see how things go. Can you guys imagine in a perfect world where like the 950 boots went for under retail? In that case, I would probably definitely have to grab a pair, but for now, we'll just have to wait and see how today's drop goes. Maybe they will be popular and sell out real quick. So we're waiting on those Wave Runners to drop, and as I mentioned, by the time this video goes live, I'm hoping you guys are spamming the comments with a whole bunch of W's. So we're gonna wrap things up right here. Salute to everybody for tuning in. Of course, I'll catch you guys tomorrow for the latest episode of JA News. Salute, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'm out, y'all. Love.